Hello, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. So, guys, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. I did a video yesterday and probably the day before that, and the day before that. See, I like to, entertain my viewers. I like to I'm trying to keep a steady pace because, when you have too much room, I know with me anyway, when you have too much room in between each video, you do what you can, right? You do what you can. But I try to make it like, my other than obviously my regular to do around the house and with the kids, I try to really make this a goal for me because um it's good. Like, I don't work outside the house, so it's kind of good to have a steady routine, and which I do, have my normal, household routine with the kids and the cleaning and all that. But aside from that, this is kind of like my job, right? So when you have a job, you need to do certain things and be there at certain times, whatever. Obviously, this is a more relaxed type of job where I can make these, at my leisure. But I am trying to do a video at least every other day, if not every day. So there's consistency, so it's like, I have somewhere to be. You know what I'm saying? I have somewhere to be. I got to be there. I got to do my job. I got to do my work, right? So it gives me a sense of a routine and, an obligation, Again, it's not like, if I don't come on here every day, then, there's going to be any consequence to that. Like if you have a job outside the house, but I like the idea of, having that goal to say, and mark it for my own self, because that's a good thing. And actually, I just learned that from my workbook. So, it's helping me along, and I've been working in that, and it's very informational and helpful. And the tips that they give in there, the advice that they give in that book is really spot on for me, and what I deal with daily on a regular basis. So I think, this is really part of what kind of the activity I just did a couple days ago, actually. And it's a continuing activity. It's not just like one set thing. There's many different stories you have to read, and then the exercise itself, and then they give you, I showed you the book, but anyway. So each exercise is kind of this, not the same layout, but there's kind of the same type questions and thoughts and things that are involved. So just for my own, it's like I said, it's good to have a routine, and that's with everybody and every day, right? And so when you have a job, you go to your job every day or whenever you're supposed to work, and you leave the house. So the difference is that I'm not leaving my house, except I'm setting a goal for myself to show up, right? And to be there. So I love my audience. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing stories with you guys. I love doing everything just with you guys. It's fun. It's fun. So I get so excited, actually. Like my morning routine, I'm like drinking my coffee and I'm reading my comments and answering them and talking with Christina. And this morning I talked with Amanda for a while, and it's so nice, right? And then you get ideas and thoughts and things you want to say, to everyone, and fun different things you want to do. So I get excited to do my video every day. Don't I, babe?
That's absolutely right.
He knows it too, because he knows the routine. And he's like, okay, she's getting ready for a video now. But I do. I get excited, and I like to come on here and share everything that I get and things that I see, and just stories about, life, my family. And I've got many comments that say they love that sort of thing. They love to hear me interact with my family. They love to hear stories about my mom, about my childhood, about just everything, holidays and cooking. And that's what this channel is about. Family, love, and joy. Okay? And we're just gonna spread the joy. And believe me, the season is coming up quicker than you think. Right, babe?
Absolutely. Super fast.
I got my
In a blink of an eye.
I got my what's it called? A wingman?
Who?
Are you my wingman today? Is that what
I'm the
it's
co-pilot.
a co-pilot? All right, the co-pilot. So, all right. So today, what are we doing today? I actually, me and the boys made a fun tag. We made the questions up ourselves. So this is my tag originally. I didn't get it from anywhere else, and it's just a random fun tag that I thought would be kind of cute to do with you guys. And you could answer in the comments below if you want, or make your own video and tag me in it, or just listen to the answers we have to the questions. I mean, some of them are a little funny because you have to remember that my kids picked a few of them, but I wanted to include them all. And as funny as they may seem, I think they were, some of them are just fun. They're just fun, question tags. So we're gonna do that a little later. I think first we're going to try Tommy's outfit on that I got yesterday. In case you did not see yesterday's video yet, which I know Christina's trying to catch up because Christina just got back from her trip and she was telling me some story this morning. One not so funny, and then one that's very funny, at least to me. And so wait till you see her video. She was going to do a video talking all about it, so I'm not going to, ruin her, experience there. Let her tell you. Go over to Cuddles by Christina, her latest video, if you want to hear more about that. But I was cracking up, Christina, when you told me about, oh God. But you know what? Like I said, I would have done the same thing, and I would have been talking. Anyway, so this is Tommy's outfit. Tommy. And I love this material. Okay, so this material is like a legging material. You see that? It's like a legging. I thought that I'm actually happy it's like this because I was thinking that it's going to be like that stiff cotton material that usually this type of pajama is made from. You know what I mean? With the collared pajama with the buttons down the front. Usually they're more in like a rough cotton material. So I was very pleasantly surprised when I opened this yesterday and realized that it was the stretchy fabric. So I would highly recommend this, especially if you love stripes. The girls one, I think I went back to look to see if they had solid colors on the Carter's website. I didn't get this at Carter's. I got this at Amazon, but it's Carter's Little Planet. So when I went back to look, they actually, I think, have the girls' pink one in polka dots, which I thought was adorable. And so I thought, oh, do they have the boys in the polka dot too? Because I would have grabbed that too. But it's only the pink one that they have the little polka dots all over. I thought that'd be cute for a boy too. I mean, I don't know. Do they just consider stripes for boys and then dots for girls? I don't know. But I also looked, they had a lot more holiday outfits at Carter's. Thanksgiving and Christmas. They're actually having a Christmas in July sale right now on all their holiday wear. So go over and check it out. I mean, they have like every size, like from newborn all the way up to like size 16 big boys. And I seen a couple of things that I wanted to get for Danny that I put in the cart, but I don't know how long that sale is for. They're probably going to end it August 1st because it's a Christmas and July sale. So, but I put them in there to see. I mean, these things are usually like $30, $20. They haven't marked down to like $9. Some are $6. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to get rid of inventory from last year or they're just selling new products at I have no idea. But they always come out with the same prints anyway. I mean, how many different prints can you come out for Santa? It's Santa, the reindeer, gingerbread. I mean, it's usually all the same thing. Rudolph, Frosty. I mean, there's only so many combos you can make. So, they tried to add different colors together, stuff like that. Do switch it up a little bit, but so I can't tell. I don't know if it's from last year. I don't know if it's from this year. I don't know if it's from 1999. I don't fucking know. The prints all, like I said, it's Santa. I mean, but anyway, they had nice stuff, great prices. I think that a lot of the baby clothing websites have the Christmas and July sale going on because I've been on quite a few sites that have that have the sale going on. So I'm thinking, put two and two together, Sandra. If you, yeah, here I go with giggles again. Just go if you shop at a certain place. I mean, I haven't. Okay, I will say that I have not looked on H&M. All right, Christina, are you proud of me now? I did not look on H&M because every time I buy H&M clothing, I see it, I love it. I love how it looks online. And for some reason, when it gets here, I don't feel the same about the outfits. And that has continuously happened over the last, I would say 3 orders that I've gotten. So, I think that, I was talking to Christina and she's like, just stay away from H&M. You don't, stick with those clothes. I think that H&M doesn't really have the bamboo soft things. They're more organic cotton or like, they do have some more slinky fabric, but it's not the stuff I like. So I think, also they have repetitive styles. It's always the side snap, long sleeve onesie, and then the matching panda pants, and then like, I don't know. They have other things, but not that grab my attention, at least not at my price point, I'll say. Because H&M has some beautiful knit clothing. They even sell cashmere and other expensive, fabrics that I've seen. But they want like, I mean, I've seen one, they have like a little romper, a bubble romper like that with the cashmere. They wanted like $80. And that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure some people would pay it in the doll community. I'm pretty sure. I don't know who would buy that for a real baby. I mean, wealthy people. I mean, I would never do that. I mean, kids grow out of clothing so quickly. But to some people, it may be worth it, to each their own. So, but they do have some beautiful things. Just not, I guess, my style. Like, I feel... Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this, but I'll just put it out there. I feel like some things, even though they're beautiful, and hey, if I really wanted to buy it, I would, okay? If I really wanted that bubble romper, I'd find a way to get it, okay? The thing is, kind of like how I feel with the price point of my Reborns, okay? So I would never pay over $500 for one Reborn, okay? I never have, never will, and I have stuck with that for 6 years now. So for that, I get a pat on the back, okay? Because I said to myself, that's my limit. I won't do it. Not that I don't think other dolls are worth more than that for their art. But for me, I just can't see spending over that amount for one vinyl doll. Now, it'd be different if it was like, a full body silicone that I really loved. And maybe, I don't know. But for the vinyl Reborns, I've stuck to it and that's it. So, my point being that sometimes I feel that the clothing I find I like, but I'm not willing to pay that for one single outfit. And I also feel that maybe it's a little too rich looking for me. If you guys understand what I mean. Like there's an in between. So you want to have your dolls looking nice, looking all, classy and spiffy and pretty, whatever you want to call it, okay? But there is a such thing as overboard, I feel. In my collection anyway. That hey, that doesn't apply to everybody. I'm just giving you my opinion for me, for my collection and how I feel. My dolls are beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. I would consider them mid-range dolls. They're nowhere near budget babies. They're, mid-range, but they're not up there with 1,200, but that being said, my dolls are cuddle babies. So if they were done as the full limb baby, then yes, they would be at the higher end of like 700-800, okay? But so I consider them, they're well painted, very excellently, is that a word, babe? No, right? Okay, very excellent Is that a very excellent painting? How do you say it? Painted? Very, the paint,
They're painted very well.
they're painted extremely well. I love Anna's work. She does beautiful. I call her work high end because it is. It is high end work. Um, for me, I guess you could say. I don't know how to put it. Her dolls are up there with the artistry. Okay, she has beautiful painted dolls. She's very talented, extremely talented. Um, so um hey, there are dolls out there. You can't even go by that because there are dolls out there that are priced at way over what they should be, and the art sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
they look
sorry.
like they got burned.
I don't mean to, rain on anybody's parade. It's just that some of, look, all I say, and I've said this before 1,000 times, so you guys already know how I feel, just price your art accordingly. Like, you can't, price your art. I mean, you could do whatever you want, right? But in my opinion, you shouldn't be pricing, your art at $1,200, $1,500 if you're a beginner artist, or if you know that your skills aren't the best yet. You're getting there. It's just not. I don't know the word.
Appropriate.
Right, appropriate. It's not appropriate. Um, so I'm not even gonna say. I can't even say that. My dolls are like, mid range because the art is incredible, and because other people I feel tend to overprice the art. That's not knocking anybody. I mean, everybody looks at their art differently. They may look at their art and say this is completely worth $1,500, but to the next person that comes along and looks at the doll, they may say $1,500 for that. So it's really all about different people's vision of what you see and what you like, what you think is what between value and worth, right? Is that kind of what we're talking about, babe?
Yeah.
It's more like, right, it's like,
Cost and worth.
right. So
Two different things.
right, exactly. So I guess it's just a matter of what someone is willing to pay, right, for it. Somebody might come along and say, "Oh my God, that's the most beautiful doll I've ever seen. I have to get it," and they're willing to pay that price for it. And like I said, others may come by and say, "That's just not for me," and 1,500, no way. So, um, I guess my point is, I want to dress my babies accordingly. So I don't want them to look over the top, poofy, super rich looking, like that's not the style for my nursery. That's not the style for my dolls. Now, that being said, I've seen some nurseries out there that are absolutely stunning, okay? And you could tell they look very wealthy, like a wealthy nursery. But everything is appropriately, what's the word I'm looking for, like designed. Everything in that room is high and rich. They don't have like a Walmart playmat in the middle of the room and then a high-end crib. You know what I'm saying? Everything matches is what I mean as far as cost. Okay, so if you're making a rich looking nursery, then you have to have the money to get all the components to make it look proper so that it's all cohesive. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
It's all cohesive, right? I just want to mention one of those nurseries that I admire, and she actually only has a couple of dolls. I believe she has one toddler and one silicone baby, is Kelly Girl. And her nursery is absolutely, I love it. It's simple, but it's beautiful and rich looking, and it's nice. That type of nursery wouldn't work for me because number one, I don't have a separate room to do that. Number two, I don't have all that money to make it look all fancy like that and nice, but it looks beautiful for her. Another nursery I'll just shout out is Jules over at Jules Loves Dolls. She has an amazing doll room. And no matter how she configures it, because she's put dolls in the closet before and made a nursery, when she wanted to kind of clear out her doll room. And then she also brought them back in and she will like switch them in and out. But her holiday display, Jules, I'm sorry, your holiday display is incredible. It is the most beautiful when you do for Halloween and fall and Christmas. It's amazing. I love watching your Christmas theme videos and stuff. So those are just a couple. There are others that I've seen that are just everything is on point, is what I want to say. Everything is cohesive together, looks beautiful, matches. Everything is just gorgeous all around. I can't do that right now. So my babies are going to be comfy for now in their bananas and pajamas here. So I actually looked up the bananas and pajamas theme song this morning, and I played it when they all woke up. So it does match, but the bananas and pajamas are actually a two-piece set. So it's the pants and then the top like this, but it's close enough. It's close enough. So I did not wash this yet. I think for now I'll try it on him this way, but in the future, I think I shouldn't mess with the buttons, that I should just open from the snaps to put on, because then, you don't want to mess up the buttons or get them loose or anything. But I didn't wash it yet. The tag is still on. We're going to take the tag off, and I just want to try it on Thomas because it was hard to get an actual size visual with just putting it over the top of him. I need to dress him in it and then see, because these legs, and I will say it again, Carter's legs run short, okay? The newborn size, to me, it comes up like above the ankle, and it's just not a long pant. So I'm hoping because it's a one piece, it'll work a little better. But if that's the case, like, that's why I got to try it on him. If it's too short already, I can't put this in the dryer, So I needed to know how to wash and dry it. So we're going to take this tag off, and then we're going to try it on Tommy. And then I got to take the tag off the Posh Peanut as well. Now, guys, do you think that I could wash this organic cotton with the bamboo Posh Peanut sleeper? Or do you think that I would ruin the bamboo? Like, do you think it'd get all fuzzy? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to have to wash two separate things, But also, I don't want to here's the gown. If you guys didn't watch yesterday, this is a bamboo gown from Posh Peanut that I actually got from Amazon on sale. But it shipped directly from Posh Peanut website. But I didn't have to pay shipping because I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I didn't have to pay shipping. If you ordered it directly from the Posh Peanut website, then there's a shipping charge. So I would imagine unless you spend, a certain amount of money, then but I've never bought direct from them before. So I don't know about that. But so I don't know if I should wash these together, because I could already see the little flying things, see? This might, get this, I don't know. Because that's the bamboo, and then what does this say this is? Oh, that's right, I couldn't even find the material yesterday for this, so I don't know. But let's try it. I mean, if it's too small, I'm not even going to bother washing it at all, I don't think. All right, first you know what, before we do that, it's a little cooler here today, so I got my sweater on. It's a little cooler. What's the temperature today?
Like 70.
Yeah, it's only like 70 today. So, but it's nice change. Okay, so first let me bring on Dominic, my Dominic Giovanni. And that would have been a nice name for one of the kids, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And that would have...
It doesn't go with Russell Coates, though.
Yeah, but that would have had your brother and my brother's name in it.
No, my brother's name is not.
It's Nick.
Yeah, but Dominic is Dominic.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it would have had both their names in it.
Sort of.
Dominic Giovanni. Anyway, too late for that. We already got the name, so all right. So this is the one of the Upton gowns I got, the bamboo. Tommy's wearing the blue one. So this came after that, and I opened it on the video that I never posted, so I wanted to just show you guys this. So this is just like a basic gown. It has the snaps in the top, And this is in, I call it an oatmeal color. I don't know the exact color of it, but these outfits that they have on have already been washed and all that. So this is Dominic, and I wanted to just show you his little gown. So see, it's just a basic, comfy little mermaid. My little mermaid. What do you call the mermaids that are boys? Merboys,
Merman.
mermans. So he's a little merman. So they're just so cuddly. It's just so simple. There's no zippers in the way, or nothing's gonna scratch, or no, it's just a simple, soft, really cuddly outfit. Um, for somebody that likes to hold their babies and really enjoy the art, because I mean everybody enjoys the art differently. Okay, some people like to just um dress them up real fancy and stick them over on the whatever, the couch, the bed, the crib, and then just take pictures and look at them. And that's okay. That's how you collect. And so you can have those frilly outfits and those things, because I bet you if you try to cuddle those babies with all the lace and everything and all, you're not gonna. It's not gonna feel comfortable. So but that's how people collect. I am a different type of collector. I'm more hands on. I like to rock the babies, pick them up. I just like to have them cuddly because they're cuddle babies. That's what they're for, cuddling. They're not just, they do look adorable for pictures and laying in the Moses basket, bassinet, whatever. Um, but it's just nice to be able to pick them up and them just be comfy. So I'm trying to get outfits that are comfy but have style too as well. So I can add, like, I just put this on him quick really, but I can add different color mittens that match with a different color hat, and then boom, you have a totally different look. So you could kind of dress this up a little bit. That's why I like the solid colors too, because you can add things to it. So it doesn't just have to be this. So honestly, like, this is kind of like the blank slate. So you have your basic. It's kind of like putting on black leggings and a black tank. It's your basic, outfit, and then you add things to it if you want to dress it up a little bit. But if you have to have basics before, you can do that. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, have their basic gown, then if I want to add things, little things, I can switch it up and make it look totally different a number of times, not just once, because if I add a blue hat and blue mittens, and a blue bib, he's going to look different. Then if I add a brown hat, brown mittens, and maybe a bib that says something on it, it's going to be different. So I don't have to buy a zillion outfits. I can just dress up the ones that I have. Okay? Which is also cost effective. If you're on a budget people, like myself, then you can't just, be ordering from all these, high-end places unless you find sales. You can always find sales. And it's good when friends direct you to sales too. I have, well, I don't want to say too much anymore because I want to wait till I get it and then show you guys. I get too excited about things sometimes. And then I just, and then by the time it gets here, everybody already knows, and they're like, you told us that 1,000 times already, Sandra, who cares? Anyway, okay. So Dominic is going to go back over here. I'm going to grab Tommy. We're going to try Tommy's outfit on. And then after we try Tommy's outfit on, we'll do the fun tag. So, and I'm waiting for Christina's video to come out because I can't wait to hear the story again. Okay, so here's little Tommy. Oh, and he is in the same gown that Dominic has on, just in a different color. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I could dress this up as well, put different colors and stuff with it, designs or whatever, what have you. So building the wardrobe from the basics up. Okay, so Tommy, we are going to take this off of you, which I think we're just going to go this way because, oh, let me see. 1, 2, 3. I hope I could do, yeah, we could do it this way. Because if the outfit is too short already, I'm not going to wash it because then I'll ruin it. And honestly, that's how I ruined a lot of my Carter's clothes. Because again, if it's already short and I have cuddle babies. So if you have, this is a doll, guys, this is a doll. If you have full limb babies, then it's a little different because, if the pant comes up a little higher on the leg, it's no big deal. But if you have cuddle babies, then the cloth is going to show if the pants are too small. So that's the issue I was having, and I kept washing and drying, washing and drying, washing and drying. um, the Carter's clothes, and the pants kept, shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And then I had shorts at one point. So, yeah, so that's why I don't want to do that with this. That's also why the gowns are nice on the cuddle babies, because you don't have to worry about the length of the pants, because every brand is different. That's why you got to try it out for yourself. Unless you get info from YouTubers like me who have tried it before. Like I'm telling you guys right now, Carter's pants run short. So if you're buying for cuddle babies, just be aware. It depends on the style of your cuddle body too, I guess. Because this definitely would fit like the other body that came on on my Gracie May, on Daniel. That would fit no problem. There would be no problem because the leg is shorter on that style of cuddle body. And I'm trying to get his arm through. This wasn't the best idea, I guess. But we'll get it. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. We always do. Always figuring things out. And what else? What else? Sandra, stay focused. Don't drift away. Oh, babe, I feel drift. I feel like I'm drifting. Uh-oh, gotta stay on topic. Gotta stay on topic with Tommy here. We gotta get a turkey outfit for Tommy for Thanksgiving. Do you think I should dress him like a full-on turkey, or just get an outfit that's like a Thanksgiving turkey?
No, just get an outfit.
So not like a Halloween costume.
Well, you can get that's not a bad idea.
I have to say, I love how my husband is involved with the dolls. Like he doesn't, like he won't pick them up and go take a doll and sit down with it. I mean, if I ask him to hold one, he'll say okay, but he's not one to just go up to them. But he's always been involved as like talking just now, just asking him questions. And I'm not sure all husbands do that with their wives as far as the doll collecting. Like I'll ask him about a certain outfit, I'll show him online. I'll say, you like this one? What do you think of that? And he'll give me an answer, and I don't always listen to his answer. I usually go with the opposite of what he says. That's how our whole marriage has been. I'll ask him an opinion or ask him a question, and then he'll give me his answer, and I do the opposite. That's what he's always told me.
Right.
It's been that way forever. Well, you're still here. We're still together.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, so like I thought, this outfit is too short for Tommy. Oh no, Tommy. Oh, why is your leg twisted, Tommy? What happened, Tommy? Damn it, Tommy. What happened in here, Tommy? Oh, my Tommy. So, it looks like Tommy's gonna need some knee highs. Oh my God, why is it so small? I mean, I could pull it down, but then it's not gonna really lay right. Oh my God. So he's gonna have like buttons all the way down. Why, Carter's? Why?
More full.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, Thomas. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. I'm not going to dare wash this though. Because look, it's over. You see what I'm saying? Like I pulled this way down. Guys, again, this is a doll. You keep seeing his head plop back and forth. But here, I'll show you guys. The socks are on weird too. So, but I mean, if I pull this to be comfy, I mean, no. I mean, no. Look. Mm-mm. See what I'm saying, guys? Look at that. Look at all that cloth. Poor Tommy. Okay, Tommy, we're going to look for knee highs. Now, he is a little longer, I would say. This might work on Jack better, I guess. But yeah, again, I would, it fits perfect up here. Now, I would size up if you need, like, I don't know, guys. I think that it's... Let me see, Tommy. If I have some knee highs. I know I do. I do have knee highs, so I'm not worried about it. I'm giggling here, but he's going to be all right. Tommy's going to be just fine. Right, Tommy? Yeah. We both said yeah. Yeah, but I think, throughout the years of doll collecting, I think Jason's been pretty good. I mean, pretty, receptive, tolerant. I think receptive is a better term. Oh my God! You got to have humor in a marriage this long. You have to. You have to. Yeah, that's right. You have to have laughter. You have to. There's no other option. You know what? I could put no, that looks silly. I was thinking I could put tights on them. Well, you know what? I think the only option is knee highs. I mean, we have those mitts and we're going to put the knee highs underneath and then see what happens. Because he looks adorable in this. Why, Carters? Why? I definitely would tell Carters to drifting to get bent. See? He knows me. He knows me. No, not telling Carters to get bent. Carters, please make the, see, I don't even like the blue. No, I don't like the blue. Where did I just have those mitts? Here we go. I just feel like you should be making your pants a little longer because you see why. He's a true newborn size. And and then it shrinks on top of that. So you have to give a little, room for that. So, I mean, that's just a recommendation, Carters. I mean, I'm sure lots of people are fine with it, but I do get a little aggravated when I spend money, to get outfits and everything works great except the pants, so... and honestly, that's why I kind of steered clear a little bit of the website. So, just a little tip. I'm talking like Carter's is watching my video, but you never know. You never know who watches your videos, right? You just never know. So keep that in mind. I always do. Or I try to anyway. I mean, when you know, you know. When you don't, you don't. What could you do? Right? What could you do? You can't. It's out of my control.
What could you do?
That's right. It's out of my control. If somebody wants to watch my videos, they can watch me. Whether they like me or they don't, that's up to them. That's up to them. Right. But there are people that watch others' videos just to see what they have to say, not that they necessarily like them, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe they like their content, maybe they, you know, you never know.
You never know.
People are funny, right? People are
For
funny.
sure. People are strange
That's right.
when you're a stranger.
It's kind of like life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Never know what you're going to get. Forrest was completely right.
Indeed.
You just never,
You never can tell.
that's right. And it is what it is. But, that's life, that's YouTube, that's how it is. And, I mean, welcome if you're here. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I don't see you. I mean, I can't see you through my screen, is what I mean. But, I mean, there's plenty of people that watch that don't even leave a comment. I mean, because you only get so many comments in every video, but you see how many views you got, so people are watching. They're liking your content, either that or they're hating your content or looking at you through the screen and just being like, look at this bitch. Just look at this bitch. Look at her.
Crazy.
That's right, this crazy bitch. Who's going batshit crazy over there. But I like it, so I'll stay. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter about comments and all that because I'm getting all the views. I'm getting all the
Well, you do it because you enjoy it.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. You see that? And that is the honest truth. I'm here because I love to do this. And I'll say it again, and I've always said it. It doesn't discourage me when I lose subscribers because I know that the real people that really enjoy coming in to watch me will eventually subscribe. So the numbers don't mean shit. Okay? They don't mean anything to me. What means something to me are comments and views and people coming back to watch me and the beautiful things that they say, that they love to see me interact with the kids, with the family. They love my family stories. They love when I talk about my nails, my hair, my doctor's appointments, my dolls, my everything. They love to hear about that. They love to hear Sandra talk because a lot of people have said that they love the longer videos. Now, I haven't made a 2-hour video in a while. I've been keeping it to like an hour, hour and a half. And that seems to be going great for me for the past week. I would say that's the normal, like about an hour, hour and a half. Now, once the kids go back to school, it'll probably be much longer. So people love to just listen to me talk because they say they're cleaning their house, they have their earphones in, whatever whatever they're doing, whatever they got to do throughout their day. And I keep them company. I just had a couple people tell me today that they loved my video. It was like they were here with me, just hanging out. And that's the whole purpose of this, is that I want people to have a place that they can come and just hang out with someone. Be comfortable, exactly. Be comfortable, hang out with somebody like you are here, just hanging out with us, because a lot of people don't have family. They don't have children anymore. Maybe their children have grown up and moved away, or maybe, they never had children, or maybe they live alone, or maybe they're, an older person, or even a younger person that lives alone. I don't know. But, people love to just have, what is it called? Companionship. And what? Connection, right? Connection and relating to people, right? You relate to people. They like to come in and say, "Oh, you're a relatable person. I can, And I also have had comments like that where, they simply just say, that like Amanda told me this morning, because you remind me of New York, because she used to live there as well. And so when she comes in to watch my videos, it brings her a sense of being home again. And it's really beautiful to hear. It is from everyone, everyone that decides to comment or shoot me an email or a message or whatever it may be. I love hearing from you guys because that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going here. That's what keeps me getting more ideas and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much, every one of you that come to watch, even if you don't like me, even if you don't like me and you're still here to watch. Thank you for watching my videos. So we are going to do the tag now with Tommy. I put his knee highs on. Let's see how Tommy looks at with his knee highs. With bananas and pajamas. Bananas in pajamas are running down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas. Okay, there we go with the bear face. So it's not that bad. I put the matching mittens. Well, they're not really matching. They don't have a bear face, but same color. I mean, well, almost the same color. I think they are. I don't know. Because I have two pairs of these H&M. One is more like a cream color and one is white. And I never could find the right ones to match these socks. But anyway, so they're knee-high bear, from H&M. So I think that works. And especially if once he's laying down and I position him correctly, I think it'll work. And I think this outfit looks adorable on you, Tommy. But we're definitely not washing it. I'm not really worried about this. I don't think this will really, color transfer, anything like that. Maybe if it was like, I would be more nervous. Like, that's why I don't like putting velvet or anything like that on them. Anything that has like a saturation like that. I think this will pretty much be okay. I'm not really worried about it. So, I mean, I might, bring his white t-shirt up a little bit more, like when he's laying all around the collar, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, with his little pocket, let's see, does a pacifier fit in your pocket, little Tommy? We want to. I've hardly been using pacifiers lately, guys, with these kids because I like to look at their little faces. But like I said, when they go to sleep, I usually put the pacifier on them, though. I love this pacifier. That's from Bibs. I want to get more of these. I have some in my cart because I want to make more pacifiers. I have everything to make them except the pacifiers. So I got to wait. Okay, ready for the tag and the questions? I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold Tommy while I'm doing the answers. Let's see. Okay. Do the kids want to come in for this? Okay. Guys, I'm doing the tag. You want to join? Hold on, guys. Okay, I don't know what the kids are doing. They might be doing a video of their own because they're not, Anyway, so this is just called the Random Fun Tag by Sandra. Okay, that's what we're calling this. I just picked a few questions that just, I don't know, it came up the top of my head. There is no real order and there is no real theme. Like, it's not like a summer tag. It's not a, Christmas in July. It's nothing like that. It's just a random fun tag that you could either do a video on your channel about and tag me in it, or you can leave your answers in my comments below, or you can just listen and then, be done with it. It doesn't really matter. It's just something fun that I wanted to do. And my channel is all about fun. So, sometimes it's, could be informational, about certain things that, I'm knowledgeable in, like the doll collecting world, since I've been collecting all sorts of dolls for 30 years or over. So, anything doll related or, anything like that, or it has to do with kids, because I have, my three kids over there. I can't believe my teenagers are going to be 14 and 17 in a couple weeks. I can't even believe that. I can't even, it's like when I say it, I'm like, what? And an 8-year-old. So anything child related, anything, just anything like that. Yeah, I know about. Now, do I know about, more, I don't know. Babe, how would you put it? Like, I'm knowledgeable in certain areas, just like everybody has their own thing.
You're not well versed in world history.
Right, exactly. Nothing like that. Nothing about, specific like that. More like,
General
yeah, general knowledge and with dolls, a lot of with dolls, and like, I've been, a housewife mom all my life. I've never worked outside the home, so I have, it's like, things like that, cooking and, just stuff like that, okay? You know. All right, so we're going to do the random fun tag because we're all about fun here. All right, we're all about fun. What? Do it? Yeah, I know. I can't. I'm sorry. I get all. You know how I get. All right. All right. Okay. Random fun tag. Question number 1. If you had unlimited money, what doll would you buy first? Okay, Jason, you want to answer first? Oh, you have no idea? Well, what would you buy? I mean, if you had unlimited money and you could only buy one doll first. What?
Doll?
Yeah, it has to be a doll. It could be any kind of
I
doll.
don't know
No, it could be
the
anything. Chucky doll? Why would you fucking buy that?
I don't know.
How about like, I don't know, you know all the, how about a Spanos doll?
Hell no.
Hell no, I didn't like those. Those could be a little intimidating if there's too many in the room at once. The Phase of Spanos doll. At least I found that.
They pressure you.
Yeah, that right. They pressure you.
Yeah, it's like they back you into a corner.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're intimidating. Some of the faces could be intimidating. I agree with that. That's why when I collected them, I didn't have too many at once. I think the most I had at once was 4, and that was a lot because they're big dolls too, and their faces. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I could see that. They're cute, and they're very fancy, but the faces are a little bit. I don't want to say scary. They're intimidating if you have too many. I mean, even if you don't have too many. There were times where I walked in the room and I had to turn their heads. I remember when Lisa used to sleep over, my sister. She would sleep over, and I would wake up in the morning and all the dolls' heads would be turned the other way, like not looking at her. And I said, "What the hell? What happened to the dolls?" She was saying, "I had to turn their heads because I couldn't sleep with them looking at me."
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you're not used to dolls, then yeah, okay. I mean, there were times when I wouldn't sleep in the same room with my dolls. I would have to close my bedroom door. It's just the thought, like, I don't know. Anyway, I used to watch I watched all the Chucky movies and all those, so you get a little bit, but obviously, nothing will happen, but it's just a little, Anyway, so, my answer to that is, okay, there is a woman on Instagram, and she makes full body silicone dolls. Beautiful, outrageously realistic dolls, okay? And her name is Mercedes. And if you want to look at her dolls, she's at, I can't say the names right, so I'm just going to spell the letters. It's LeonIdusZeus. I feel like I was just spelling my last name. So her name is Mercedes, and she does beautiful, beautiful full body silicone dolls that like move so real. They're so like marshmallow looking, squishy, and beautiful, beautiful. I mean, thousands of dollars, but beautiful. There's one on there actually named Mia, I think it is, that I love. Like, so beautiful. It's a newer one, I believe, that she made, but it's called Mia, and she did it in like a medium skin tone. Oh my god, the doll is to die for. It's so beautiful. But anyway, go check her out if you're interested in full body silicone dolls. Okay, so that's the doll I would buy first if I had unlimited money. Okay, so number 2, if you could make your own coffee brand, what would you name it? Okay, so we got a few answers for these, okay? So I couldn't personally come up with an answer to my own question. I was thinking, but... So Danny said Sonic Speed, which actually is a really good name for a coffee if you think about it, right? Yeah, so he said Sonic Speed, of course, because he likes Sonic the Hedgehog, but it was a good answer. Then Jason said... I can't even read it. It's a good answer, but it's just funny. Okay. So for a coffee brand. Oh my God, I can't stop laughing. Because I'm just looking at it on the page. Okay. I don't know if I can say it, babe. I'm going to crack up here.
Say it. It's not like
All right.
offensive.
No, not at all. It's just funny to me. He's just giving me giggles. So he said his coffee brand would be. I'm sorry. I can't say it. All right, it's called. What's wrong with me? Tommy, you say it. All right, it's called Shaking Like a Leaf. Which, it's actually a good name for coffee, but I would buy it. You would buy it too, right?
Yeah, I need it.
Shaking like a leaf. Okay. Fun times, fun times.
How about twerking?
Twerking.
Or tweaking? What are they? Tweaking. What are they
Oh my
saying?
God.
People are doing that?
Oh my God, I don't know. All right. So shaking like a leaf. That's what... All right, the next answer is Ethan's. It's called Mega Beans.
Mega beans.
Of course, Jack didn't give me an answer, and I couldn't come up with one. I tried. My own question. I can't even come up with an answer. Maybe I'll come up with one, and I'll tell you guys at a later date. But I was too giggly, shaking like a leaf. Oh my God! All right. So number 3. If you could change your name, would you? And what new name would you give yourself? So I didn't have an answer.
Dalai Lama.
I don't think I would change my name. And not at this point in the game. I mean, I'm too old for that shit. Who cares what I'm called at this point?
Call me asshole.
Right? You could say, hey, whatever.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. Hey, asshole. Hey, asshole, come over here.
Yeah. Growing up, that's what we answered.
Right?
What's up, Nadine?
The kids are coming in now, so we got to tone it down. So, Ethan, if you could change your name, would you? And what would you name yourself?
Booty cheeks.
Booty Cheeks. Oh my God. Booty Cheeks. Why would you want people to call you Booty Cheeks?
I don't know.
Oh, you get a slot.
No! No, don't say that.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. All right. Okay. Next. So I don't think I would change my name. Babe, would you change your name?
No.
Why not?
I like me.
I like me.
You like me called booty cheeks?
No.
Okay. What's going on in there?
He's trying to make a ramen.
Oh. All right. Okay, so number 4. Okay, if you could choose one,
Booty cheeks.
what would you rather do? Go to the North Pole and hang out with Santa for a week,
Nah.
or go to Halloween Town and hang out with Jack Skeleton for a week?
Excuse me.
Come on, you're making too much noise in there.
Well, I gotta turn on water.
Hold on. Okay, so now I'll read the question again. If you could choose one, what would you rather do? Go to the North Pole and hang out with Santa, or go to Halloween Town and hang out with Jack Skeleton? Danny, what would you rather do?
Santa.
You hang out with Santa? What would you do with Santa?
Get presents.
Rob him.
Get present. Rob him. Oh my God. Really?
You'll
Seriously?
get nothing for
That's
Christmas.
right. That's right, Danny.
But
That's
also,
right.
he has the power to
I don't
just.
get nothing now.
He has presents.
That's right. Santa
Since he has
beat his
presents,
hiney.
He could use his powers.
Santa will say, "Get out of here."
He could use his powers to probably just bring the gifts back and teleport
Wha-
the gifts to him.
True. True. So you would hang out with Santa?
Yes.
Okay. Would you wrap presents? What would you do there though for a week? What would you do if you were in the North Pole? Play reindeer games?
Yeah. Reindeer run.
The reindeer run? Okay. So, what would you do, Jason? Would you hang out with Santa or Jack Skellington?
Probably Santa. I don't like scary stuff.
Yeah, me neither. So, we're all going to say Santa. And,
Because Jack Skellington will eat you.
yeah, for Santa at the North Pole, I would help him make some presents, I would help him make some dollies is what I would do. I would be on the Dolly Express train.
Cry?
What?
Cry?
That cry?
Dollies that cry.
Dollies that cry? No. Drinking wet? We could make drinking wet babies. I used to have one of those when I was little. You know, just a little, I think it was by, oh my God, what is that? Ideal, I think, was the brand of toys. And it was just like a little plastic baby doll, you know, and it came with the little tiny white little bottle with the long nipple. And then you had you know, it was like her mouth was just like a little tiny hole that you got to stick the straw in.
Yeah.
And then you know, it was just like a little, you know, little thing.
Terminology.
Not, my mother eventually threw it out because, you know, she wasn't buying diapers for the little doll. All right, come on. Come on. We're doing the next thing. Okay? All right, here we go. So, if you suddenly came into $1 billion, $1 billion, and you can only buy one thing, no matter how big or small, what would you buy? Now, I had a couple different answers for this one, but I'll ask you first. What would you buy, Jason? Only one
For a
thing.
billion?
Yeah, you don't have to spend $1 billion. You could spend up to it, but what would you buy, like, one thing?
I would build a room. What's not one thing? I would build a room just to listen to music.
Seriously?
Like,
What about...
like high end, like all high end, high fidelity music system, speakers and stuff like that.
Seriously?
Private.
I thought you were going to say you would buy me a really great ring.
Well, that too.
I'm only kidding.
Wow.
I'm only kidding.
I would
Okay,
buy.
what would you buy?
I would.
Amazing.
What would you buy?
I would probably buy.
I know what you would buy. The Amazing Digital Circus.
No.
What would you buy then?
I will buy like cheap stuff so then like I could have lots of stuff. Like, think about it. If you buy stuff for like 5, 10, 20.
Yeah, but honey, this is a lot of money. $1 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, that means
It made you be rich.
I'm gonna buy all the electronics in the world.
No, you can only buy one item.
Oh.
Only one item.
Oh, that's hard.
What would you get? It could be anything. One item. A race car?
No.
Well, I don't know. All right.
A Lamborghini.
Oh, a Lamborghini. All right, there you
I'll
go.
take us all to Walmart.
Oh, I don't think we'd all fit in a Lamborghini.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I buy a puppy.
I'm gonna make it
A puppy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh my
make it a
gosh.
5-seater.
Okay. This is what I would buy. I would buy a brand new house, maybe like a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, with a really big yard, a pool, an in-ground pool, a garden with flowers and vegetables and fruit and everything. And I'd have a caretaker and a maid. That's what I would buy. You know, you can't buy the maid. You can't buy those. But unless they're AI, I mean, you know, you could buy the robots
You only said
to take
one
care of the
thing.
garden. Well, that is one thing. It's a house. That's what I'm buying, the house. I was just telling you what kind of house. That's all. You're right, Danny. You're smart though, because I said one thing.
And in the house,
And then-
I would have my room.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll say that. Sure. Yeah, because the 5-bedroom. Yeah, I get my doll room. You get your music room,
Yeah. You
and then I get my own bedroom. You get your own bedroom, and the 3 of them could share a bedroom.
Yay.
No, I'm only kidding.
But you got real
No, no. A 5-bedroom would be so that you
Okay.
everybody had their own room because there's 5 of us.
Put me in the
So
shed.
everybody would have their own room. Put you in the shed. Well, we would have a full finished basement, all that for a setup for a playroom and then a music. You could do the music room downstairs. I mean, we could do a family room down there, whatever. I didn't want to say the exact, layout of the house, but just a really nice, not a mansion. I wouldn't want all that, but just like a really nice, I think a 5-bed, 5-bath would be perfect. Everybody has their own bathroom and bedroom. Yes.
Danny gets his own bathroom.
Everybody has their own bedroom and bathroom. But remember, we have a maid to come in to clean everything.
I don't want a maid clean my bathroom.
It's just like once a week.
I don't think you should have any human being clean your bathroom but you.
Well, I have a couple different answers for that. I mean,
I don't think.
I don't think like people would like shit on the seat and shit all over the wall and then have a maid come in and say, you got to clean this up. I'm talking about just like regular maintenance. I'm not talking about like heavy duty coming in and clean up my shit type maid. I'm talking about just keeping things, clean and order, change the garbage cans and do all that kind of stuff. Plenty of people have it, okay?
I'm sure they do. I'm just, I know.
Okay. Anyway. Then you do it all. If you want to take on the job,
Cleaning 5 bathrooms.
well, then there you go. Somebody's got to do it. I ain't cleaning 5 bathrooms. All right. So there you go. That was a very loaded question, I guess. Okay, number 6. What is your most favorite doll ever made? So this can be a vintage doll, a reborn doll.
Patch.
It could be a doll that you own right now or a doll that you would love to own or that you did own as a child. It could be any doll, okay, ever. What is your most favorite one ever
I
made?
had a Cabbage Patch.
Yeah, you had a Cabbage Patch, and then what did you do to the Cabbage Patch? He wrote not so nice words in ink all over its face.
Yeah.
Your mother must have been pissed.
Yeah, they came from England.
Oh my God, she got.
This was back in the day when there was none available in the U.S.
Oh my God, with the Cabbage Patch craze back in the 80s.
I wrote curse words all over it.
Oh my God.
It
What would even possess you to do
was
that, man?
funny.
That's funny. I guess boys find that funny. I don't know.
My brother.
What, you were that bored that you were like, oh, let's
No,
take this doll and
I
just.
don't know. We just thought it was funny.
Yeah, you also used to do what? Blow up your G.I. Joe figures on the tree.
Yeah, on 4th of July.
Oh my God. Anyway, those were the days. Those were the days when you had to entertain yourself. You go outside, your parents say, go, leave, bye, see ya. Okay? And you just had to entertain yourself. You didn't have a phone. You didn't have any devices. You went outside and you did what you did. Yeah, you got twigs, sticks, some leaves. You did whatever you had to do. And that's it. The stream, you used to go walking. I used to do so much walking as a kid and as growing up and a teenager. So much walking. I walked everywhere. Anywhere I wanted to go, I had to walk there. My mother didn't fucking drive me. I had to walk and walk home. So I just walked everywhere. So, these kids today, they don't know that they complain about they got to walk down to the mailbox or go, that's so silly. But anyway, different times. So this is my answer. So your answer is Cabbage Patch?
Well, that's really the only doll I ever.
Well, I said it doesn't have to necessarily be one that you've owned, maybe one that you've seen before or like I want that.
I like those, like, what was it, bubbles and.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they were cute.
Oh my God. Wait, look at my answer. I didn't even read it yet. Okay, my most favorite doll ever made. Okay, I have 2. One is Peaches and Cream Barbie. That she is forever branded in my brain and my memory of how I felt when I opened that doll on Christmas. That was like a major major doll in my history of dolls. Okay, I love that doll. I wish I could get her back. I know American Girl just made a peaches and cream version of their dolls, but the Barbie doll was just, it was the most fabulous doll to me. And a reborn Behringer Peaches. Peaches was a Behringer doll. She was a bigger, like 24-inch doll. She was painted so cute and realistic, and she had the pouty like bubble lip, like what was that? Her bottom lip was sucking up her top lip or
A
something.
little bit, yeah. She was biting it.
Yeah, like a little bit, and she had beautiful, beautiful blue glass eyes. This was when Apple Valley was in
Yeah,
production,
Valley.
and they would get these beautiful, beautiful, realistic glass eyes, not like the crap eyes they use in some of these dolls today. I'm talking about the beautiful, beautiful, like you could see through them. It was just beautiful. It had depth to the eye when you looked at it. It wasn't just like some of those eyes that you look at today and they just look like soul lifeless, like someone took their soul. Like, you know, those dark, dark eyes where there's hardly any white around it, and it looks like they're just gonna suck you in, you know. They were beautiful. She had big blue eyes that were side glancing, so she wasn't looking straight forward.
Yeah,
She was
she
to
had
the side.
Short curly hair.
She had short, blonde, thick mohair wig that was beautiful. Looked like Annie almost,
Yeah,
reminded me
yeah.
of. And she had these big puffy cheeks, and beautiful long lashes. She was a gorgeous doll. She was weighted perfectly. Her size was perfect. So she was like, her face was the size of like the Behringer dolls that Danny has now, like Tyrone. So her face was big like
I
that.
thought she was a little bigger than that.
Yeah, maybe a little bigger than Tyrone, but but she just had that giant head. So that was back when they first started. There was no kits yet. There was no Bountiful Baby. There was no nothing like that. This is when they started reborning the Behringer dolls, and I had this one done special from. Oh my God, let me think of her name. I think it was done by Jody Darby 14. I think her name was. Or it could have been Jolene. I'm not sure. It was one of those. But they started making them, and I started ordering them, and I had a bunch of the Reborn Behringers. But Peaches and Cookie were two adorable, adorable ones. Cookie was the same size, but she had brown eyes, brown mohair wig. That was a little softer curl at the bottom, straight on the top. But she had the same poutiness, same size, cheeks. They were gorgeous, really gorgeous. And if I could ever get that one doll ever, and I would pay $1 million to have that exact doll back, like not remade. That one, I want that one back. And I still remember who I sold her to, Tanya, I think her name was, at Bungalow Baby.
I doubt they have anymore.
I don't know. Tanya used to hold on to her dolls, but that was way back in the day, like web TV days.
Yeah.
That was way back in the day, so I don't know. But anyway, so those are my two favorite dolls. And of course I have others, but those are just the two that stuck out in my mind when I wrote the question. So that's what I put. Okay, 7. Do you like sports? Now this question, and the question we just answered, and this question Danny picked. So Danny picked these two, the one we just answered and this one. So Danny said, do you like sports? If so, what is your favorite sport either to play or watch? So I think I'm going to give this question to Jason because my answer is no, 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 and no. I don't like sports, never have, never will. Don't like watching them, don't like playing them. Nope. The only sport I'll do is like checkers, chess, maybe do a little like soccer, light soccer with the kids. Nothing like an actual game of anything. So, what do you think?
I like baseball, football.
To watch or play?
Well, used to play. I mean, when I feel well.
No, never mind how you feel now. I'm talking about would you play it? Do you like to play any sport? Let's say you miraculously have a youthful body again, like you're a teen.
Yeah, I would play baseball.
You would play
or
baseball.
softball.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I still, even if I still had, I still
If
wouldn't.
if the kids were
It
grown,
just doesn't interest
I
me.
would sit and watch baseball.
I mean, I know like Jason's mother was very into the sports with
Yeah,
them,
my
with the
God,
kids.
if there was nothing on, she'd watch ping pong.
Yeah, so but I'm not me. So,
She'd watch any sport.
I know. I know she did.
Tennis, golf. Like I said, ping pong, bowling.
Pickleball.
That wasn't around
I
then.
know.
She'd watch any competition.
Okay. What is your favorite veggie or fruit? Well, Jason is going to say no, no, no to this.
Potato.
Okay, a potato is, I don't think.
That's a vegetable.
Oh, okay.
It grows on the ground, right?
Okay.
Onion.
I don't think a potato
How
is
about
considered a
how
vegetable.
about
It's a
onion?
starch. I don't think it,
Onion.
or it could be a vegetable. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Onion.
Okay, an onion. Okay. Okay. I'll only, the garlic is good only in sauce. Other than that, I don't like garlic anything. All right. Well, I'll put it in like I used to. I used to use a lot more garlic than I do now. For some reason, after I was pregnant with Danny, I flipped on a lot of things. I started not liking garlic, onions, that sort of thing, and I love cheese, which I used to hate cheese all my life. I even took cheese off pizza. I hated cheese. I would not dare touch any cheddar chunk, nothing. I hated it. Except for like in like a chicken Caesar salad, something like that, or like my grandmother used to put little blue cheese in a salad, but nothing like I wouldn't just actually eat cheese by itself on anything. And then when I got pregnant with Danny, I wanted every kind of cheese, and I just started trying all different cheese, and it just stuck with me. So now I love cheese, but I don't like the garlic and onion. So that's a little switch up there. It just bothers me, the whole smell of it, and then the whole, I don't know, I just don't like it. Anyway, so I have a lot of favorite vegetables. I love vegetables and fruit, so I'll just tell you a few little ones. Yes, of course, that. And then my stuffed artichokes are number one. I love artichokes. I could eat them every single day of my life. I love them. Would never get sick of artichokes. Asparagus, love those too if they're made right, you know, with olive oil and, you know, whatever. And tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I need tomatoes. I could eat a tomato sandwich. Like we were just talking about this with I think Christina. And at first I thought, no, tomato sandwich, but I've done it with mayo or just salt, so it's pretty good. But my mother used to make the tomato and cucumber salads from the garden all the time, and so we grew up with the tomatoes all the time. As far as fruit, you want to give it a go?
For you?
Yeah. I know there's a lot of them.
Plum? Peach?
No, never mind. Cherries are number one.
Oh yeah.
I could eat a whole bag of cherries.
Grapes.
I love grapes too, but they didn't make my top three. Coconut and pineapple. So, more of the tropical stuff, I guess. Could say. All right. Who?
Because you can put booze in it.
Yeah, I never did that. Number 9. I'm going off focus. Why? Okay, number 9. This was Ethan's question. What was your favorite cereal as a kid, and what is your favorite cereal now as an adult? Okay, that was Ethan's question. So, I'm going to let Ethan answer. Ethan,
Huh?
what is your favorite cereal as a kid?
Man, I have to really think.
Lucky Charm. Wait, no.
I didn't eat a lot of cereal as a kid.
Trix?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trix were good. But they've changed the formulas of the cereals over the years. Because, you know, you could get the Cocoa Puffs or whatever now, and they are not the same as before. They used to be a lot more chocolatey. They used to be a lot more, you know, unhealthy.
No, I think they're more unhealthier now.
Now? But they took all the good flavoring out of it. Okay. Do you have an answer, or are you going to think first while I say my answer?
Right now it's raisin. Well, now it's raisin.
Yeah, well, we know that. Raisin Bran now, but as a kid.
I don't know, man. I used to love corn flakes with honey.
Oh my God, that's all my grandmother would have is cornflakes. That's all she would have. Well, she would have raisin bran too, but we didn't eat that. She would always wake us up every time we slept over, 5 o'clock. She woke us up for breakfast. And if you missed breakfast and you decided to sleep later, you didn't get breakfast. You had to wait for lunch. So I would be up every time she wake me at 5 o'clock. I would get up, and she always used to give me a little bowl of cornflakes, um, with two soft boiled eggs in the little, she used to have like the little egg holder things, the plastic egg holders, and she would put one egg in each, and she would give me a little mini spoon to crack open the eggs and eat the eggs, and she would give me a little shaker of salt, and toast, just regular plain toast. And
Did you ever eat Mama's toast?
yes, um and that was your 5 o'clock breakfast. If you didn't get up, then you didn't eat it. um on the occasion, if I slept over there, my uncle, because he lived with my grandparents, he would say, "Come on, let's go to McDonald's for breakfast." And then I would be like, "Yes,"
They never cook bacon or nothing?
and get the pancakes and sausage and hash browns and a milkshake.
They never cook bacon or nothing over there?
I'm sure they did. I don't remember. I mean, again, I didn't live with them. I was only there, maybe every other weekend I went and slept over, but um I mean, I'm sure they did. My grandmother used to make, oh my God. My grandmother used to sit down, okay, for like 3 days, 3 or 4 days ahead of time and make her grocery list for my grandfather to go out with. When I tell you his list was like these sheets of paper. Okay, she had a list going one aisle, this aisle, the next aisle, turn the back, another aisle, another. She did it by aisle. Okay, and she used to give him these long lists to go by. Now, she would send him out to the store because my grandmother hardly left the house either as she got older. So he would go to the store, and remember, there's no cell phones then. You can't call and say, "Hey, is this the one you wanted?" She had to be very specific with the brand, the size, the ounce, whatever she wanted, okay? The amount. And God forbid my grandfather forgot something or he came home with the wrong thing, it would be all hell broke loose. Oh my God, Tony, you got the wrong kind of cucumber. I wanted the one that was pointier. This one is not right. This has a, this ha- ha 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 ha. First of all, I don't make you long lists like that.
No.
We have Walmart delivery most of the time, so.
True. That's true. Yeah. Lately.
Yeah. I mean, but I did used to give Jason a list, and yeah, I mean, if it says a certain thing and you don't, and you get something else, then obviously that's not what the person wants, and so it's gonna be a little upsetting. But when listen, before the kids, well, even after Jack, I mean, I used to go with you, or me and your mother used to go shopping at Walmart.
And come home with nothing.
Yeah, well, and then your father would get mad. He'd say, "Where's the meat, Annie?" Because he would be going through the bags and we would buy everything in the store except meat. Except the meat. And he would, everybody would bring the bags in when we would get back from the store. And, we would start putting stuff away, going through the bags. And Jason's dad, he would start unpacking the things. And then little by little, as the bags less and less, and he realized that there was like no real meals. It was just a whole bunch of snacks and sodas and stuff for the house and for the bathroom rugs and sewing equipment and doll stuff, and it was just everything except for what he wanted to eat. So he would get really pissed. He'd give her hundreds of dollars to go food shopping and she'd come back. But we had a good time. We had a good time. But he would get really mad. He would wind up just walking out of the room because he was pissed.
Dolls.
Yeah, one time he got so pissed he screamed dolls because all we were buying was dolls. Because she would buy dolls on eBay, like late at night. She would stay up all night, because she couldn't sleep. And she would go on eBay and bidding on stuff. And then she couldn't stand when someone would outbid her. So she would always be waiting and keep pressing the button so that she was the highest bidder. And a lot of times, I remember she went through a Care Bear phase. She started collecting all the vintage Care Bears, every single one. And there was a grandma bear that she really wanted. And I remember she was like bidding and bidding and bidding. And I went past the room because we had like a little computer room. I said, "What are you doing?" She says, I'm trying to outbid this lady. She keeps going higher and higher on this bear." And it was like a crazy amount. I'm like, "You're still going to bid higher for a Care Bear?" She says, "Yes, this is the only one I need to complete my collection." It was crazy. And then she would send him out to get a money order to send to the person. Because back then there wasn't no online really, there wasn't anything like that yet. So you have to send money orders, some people took checks, but then you had to wait for it to clear. But so we would always go to the post office we would send the men to the post office to go get our money orders, and then they would bring it back. We'd fill it out and then mail it. A lot of times, sometimes I would go though, so that we could just mail it out right away. But, so that's what you did with the grandma bear. And do you know where the grandma bear ended up? In a big, large trash bag with all the rest of the Care Bears up in the attic. I think she displayed them for like a month or so. And then it was just like everything was all over. Because we collected dolls, and then she had teddy bears. Then she collected everything though, your mother. And we would go to the flea markets and, everything.
Like a borderline hoarder.
Yeah, she was. But she had when we moved, we had both sides of the garage stuffed with stuff. Totes and totes of stuff. And we got, what were those containers? Like they got shipping containers, right? Or
no, they were dumpsters.
Dumpsters, but huge.
Large dumpsters that I filled.
That Jason by himself went in there and just tossed things. She had things kept from when her boys were in kindergarten, and they're full adults, and they were in kindergarten. She saved drawings and things. Now I get it. Okay, I get it. You want to save, but save a few things. I'm not like that. I just save a couple things here and there and put them in an envelope. They could look at them later on in life and say, "Oh, nice." You don't need to save every little spaghetti, every little straw, every little.
Save the awards and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I do. I save like the things he brings home, like with the star, the things, the achievement awards and all that. But, and save a couple drawings. But, you don't need to save every little thing. Like, she had tons of, it was just crazy. Clothes. She kept every piece of clothing, every kind of material. Oh my God. She had bins and bins of just like material, like to sew with. Material. Like, really serious? Are you really going to use this for something? And she's like, "Well, I might, And then you feel bad because she, it's like she really loved that stuff, but it's like, what are you doing with it? She hardly ever looked at it. Years and years went by. She never.
But you want to know? I think it because she was sick, it gave her something to look forward to.
Looking forward to.
To do it gave her some hope, maybe, I don't know.
Barrels and barrels of material that just sat in the garage.
Not just material.
I don't know. I just can never understand. I tried to understand. I just couldn't. I didn't I tried to help her to eliminate some things eventually because it was like you said. It wasn't. And then again. I'm not going to talk about the situation in Pauling. That it was like, you don't need to keep things that are.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
And
saying I'm trying to I think back and I try to understand why. Maybe because she was ill.
Well, yeah. Hoarding is a sickness.
I don't mean that.
What do you mean?
Because
she was sick.
Because of the lupus.
Yeah.
And because of all the arthritis and all the problems she had.
I don't know. I'm I'm just the type like you bring new stuff in, things got to go. You can't keep everything, but she kept everything. So, but luckily, we had a big house at the time, so everything was, in the garage. She didn't have like a mess everywhere in every room. It was pretty much normal except for the garage. So she kept everything in there, but you couldn't go through it. You couldn't look at anything. I think it was really hard for her to part with a lot of stuff. I think towards the end, though, she stopped looking through the containers and she just had you, right? Yeah, I think eventually she was like, she had enough.
She didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Because they were moving to what was it, a condo, right? It was like a small, townhouse. They were moving to a townhouse from a big, what was that, a raised ranch or I don't know. there was a whole apartment. We lived downstairs, and then upstairs there was 4 bedrooms and a big it was a big house. So to condense that, it was hard to do. But anyway, totally off subject. We went from coconuts and pineapples to, oh no, favorite cereals. So that was a lot of time to think. My favorite cereal as a kid was Captain Crunch.
That's a good one. Like I said, I didn't eat a lot of cereal.
Okay. Yeah, my mom didn't really buy a lot of cereal either because it went really quick. And my mom, she was a day-to-day shopper. She didn't like go and. So, and as an adult, I would have to say Special K with berries or the chocolate bits. Okay. Now, the last question is from my oldest son, Jack Preston. And he actually sat there for a few and thought about the question. So, so here's the question, guys. I better take a sip of coffee for this.
I got a question. Why?
Okay. What animal would you rather have as a mom?
What?
An owl or a fox?
A fox.
Oh, why do you...
I don't know. Foxes are sneaky and...
What animal would you rather have as a mom?
I don't know. Owls are up all night.
Right. I would pick an owl because less chance of getting eaten, right? Because you're up off the ground. You live up in, high up in a tree.
Your mom would eat you.
No, I mean, not the mom. I mean, like
I see what
other
you're saying.
predators at night, that come. If you're a fox, you're on the ground, you have to, and I know they dig holes and stuff, but, I think an owl would be more free. You can fly around, and, you don't have to really, I mean, the mom brings you worms, right? I don't know. I don't know how owls are.
Owls. No, I don't know.
I don't know. I just picked an owl. I thought it would be more free and, than a fox, just, I don't know.
Fox say.
What does the fox say? That damn song. Oh my God. Remember when they were into that song? Oh my God. They would play that song all the time. I like the song. I think it's cute. It's a cute dance, But it was one of those songs that would get stuck in your brain, like, for days at a time, And then before you know it, you're over there, doing whatever. And that song is playing in your head. What does the fox say? See, now that's going to be in my brain.
Meow, meow,
Meow,
meow.
meow, meow, meow. Then when did it go to Baby Shark? Baby Shark was another one.
Geez.
Oh my God. Danny played the shit out of that. That was, Baby Shark was, oh my God.
That was hell.
Yeah, that was hell. It was played over and over and over. Oh my God. Then what did it go to? Well, that was like Pink Fong, right? Coco Melon, right?
Yeah, then it went to...
Yeah. PJ Mask was another one. Oh my God. PJ Mask. And then Starbeam.
Starbeam, yeah.
Starbeam.
That's what I was trying to think of,
Yeah, Starbeam.
Small and mighty.
Small and mighty. Starbeam. Because Danny played these things out like, he would like something, and then Mickey Mouse Clubhouse started it, I think. That was like a main thing when he was really little. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Then he went to PJ Mask, and that stayed for a while, PJ Mask. I think that was a large chunk of his toddler years was PJ Mask, and then it went to Baby Shark, Coco Melon, Pink Fong, and Spidey and Friends. Then Sonic, now Amazing Digital Circus. Oh my God.
That's rather than go back to...
Yeah, right? I think because the Amazing Digital Circus is a lot of like noise. It's not so much words. It's like, you know what I mean? Like he'll just start going like that kind of thing.
That's F&F.
Oh, that's different. That's a game. Oh, I don't know. But in any event, I like the PJ Mask era, I think, best. He was so cute, the PJ Mask. PJ Mask! And you... So,
Remember the costumes he had?
yes, he had. I feel my lipstick looks terrible because it's all. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, we're done now. Anyway, wait. Yes, he had all the costumes. Oh, they're gonna start slamming doors now. That's what time it is. Not here.
He
Outside.
had all the PJ Masks costumes.
Yes, he had all the PJ Masks costumes. Gecko, Catboy, Owlette. Let's go. He had all of them, and the mask with the. He had the little. He still has the flashlight, but he had all the sound making things. The what is called an amulet or whatever.
Amulet.
Well, yeah. What was that thing that they wear on their neck that lights up and then it says
Oh,
PJ Masks? He had that thing on every whatever costume. The watch, right? The watch with the and then the. I don't know. I just remember him with the mask all the time and dressing up in the full
yeah.
costume. And he had like two of each, like different ones. And even though he had one already, he wanted another one because that one came with special wings or whatever. He just wanted the newest costume.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. So I think for Christmas he got all three of the newer ones. And then oh my God, the figures. He had every PJ Masks figure times 4 because they would always come out with a new one that either lit up or had a new mask or had a new tool or whatever.
That's how
And
they
so,
do it.
yeah, so you wound up with like, we had 20 owlets, 20 cat boys, but they just were a little different,
Different poses.
Yeah, different poses, whatever. And then he had all the cars that went with it. We bought him that big, remember that big tractor thing that all the cars go on? And then the other one where you open up and the house. He had every PJ Masks toy. It was crazy that when I think about how much money I spent on PJ Masks, really crazy, like crazy. We that Christmas, it was a PJ Masks Christmas. It was just everywhere. I mean, it was adorable. I mean, that's what you do it for, though. You see your kids, light up, and that's why I do Christmas like I do because not because I love to spend the money, it's because I love that feeling Christmas morning when I watch my kids and how happy they get and excited when they see all the presents under the tree and when they open up things and they're like
Yep.
so happy that that's the best feeling in the world ever. Like it just warms your heart and gives you that feeling, that you did something good. I don't know, like
No,
you
you're
know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's really not about the money, even though you cry about it after Christmas,
Yeah.
and you cry about it all the way up to Christmas. But, that's what you do it for, those memories, and those feelings. Because last Christmas, I think, I'm just going to say this, then I'm going to go because it's getting too long. But last Christmas, I think the most surprise gift was Stitch. Because Ethan had no clue. And I was surprised that I was able to zip my lip as long as I did and not even give a clue. Like usually I'll give some clues as it gets closer as to maybe some things that they got. But he had no clue. None whatsoever. And so I think that present, when he opened it, you could tell he was like, oh my God, So that was really great. So I have to try and keep my lip zippered this year because I want them to be excited, but I get too excited. I get too excited about it because I know they're going to love it. And then I want them to get more excited about getting it, but in turn, then they're not going to be as excited when they see it, if they already know or they think they know. Anyway, I did way too much talking today as usual. But I know you guys love it. I know you guys love coming back here to hear me chitter chatter and chat away. And I love talking for you guys. That's what I do. I talk. I'm a talker. All right. I talk. I'm the talker from New Yorker.
You should talk with your hands.
A talker from New Yorker. I do.
You should talk. Just talk.
Well,
with your
I think I use my hands. I don't notice really until I watch my videos back. Then I'm like, wow, maybe I used too much hand in there. But you can't help it. I mean, especially if I'm not holding the baby, that's
It comes naturally.
That's just,
Some weirdo.
that's the way I talk.
Some guy came up to me at the bus stop just talking to me about his. He just started talking to me like about his issues with the Department of Licensing. It was weird.
You got to be careful because, some people are like,
And I had headphones on.
yeah, but some people are doing that to try and get your attention, maybe get you to feel bad for them. They need help. And then the conversation will go into, you got $1. That's how those conversations always end at the bus stop or the terminal or wherever you are.
Well,
Somebody will start coming up to you,
I
and
just said no.
Jason's nice and friendly, and he'll just start talking to somebody, and then before you know it, they're like, "You got $1, man? You got $1, man?" And then Jason will do it, and I agree with him. I mean, if I had it, I would do it too, just because on some level, you're a little nervous because you don't know who this is, and you're at a terminal, and you're like, "I just want to get home in one piece." So let me just give him $1. I mean, it's not that we're in a bad area at all, but it's just that it gets congested sometimes, and some people are shady. I mean, you have shady people everywhere. But like he was saying when he was walking one time past, like, you got to get off the bus and cross the street to get to Walmart, and I guess there was people hanging out by the dumpster in the back of the stores.
Yeah.
And did they actually come up to you? Yes, right? You said
Pretty close.
Didn't one guy talk to you or ask you a question one time or say?
I've had a few people approach me.
Yeah,
Asking me if
and
I sell drugs.
right. Oh my God, yeah. One guy asked if he was selling drugs
Yeah.
because he goes. I guess because he carries a backpack when he goes to the store, so that he's able to, put food and stuff in the backpack, easier to carry on the bus home.
People just
So
straight up ask me,
yeah,
do I have any meth?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. And you know what? They hang out behind the stores. Not, I don't know about Walmart because we don't go behind Walmart, but like there's stores like Ross and then the hair shop, the nail shop, all that.
That's how I get to
Right,
Walmart.
right. Oh, you go in the back?
I walk behind those stores.
Oh my God. Well, no wonder why, babe. Don't walk behind the store. Walk in front of
Well,
it.
that's where the bus drops you off.
Yeah, but so just all you have to do is go a little up the sidewalk. I would never walk
Yeah,
behind there.
I found a way to bypass.
Oh my
it.
God. Now you make me nervous that you walk behind it.
One time, there was a homeless guy there with a pit bull on the loose. Thank God, I thought for sure I was going to get bitten by this pit bull.
Well, we could have had that 5-bedroom house if you did.
Why? He was a homeless guy.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
But
kidding.
I thought for sure I was going to get bit because this pit bull wasn't on a leash.
Well, they're supposed to have them on a leash, but I feel bad. Listen, when I went, to Walmart, there was this it was raining, and there was this homeless guy right on the sidewalk where people are walking, and he was laying on the ground, and he covered himself with like a piece of canvas or something. I don't know what it was, okay? He had a shopping cart next to him, full of his items, whatever he owned, and you could tell he was visibly dirty and, whatever. And I felt so bad. We passed by him, and we had a cart of food. We just went food shopping. And I said, I'm going to go give him this package of cookies and some water. And Jason says, you're going to go over there? He says, don't you dare go over there. What if you scare him? And then, he attacks you or some shit. I don't know what he was saying. He said I shouldn't go up to him. I shouldn't go up to him. But when I see homeless people, I mean, I guess because he was laying down, maybe I could have scared him, whatever. But I felt bad. I was just gonna go put the cookies next to
I
him.
don't know how they react. One time I went up to somebody who I wasn't sure they were alive. And I said, man, you okay? And he told me to go fuck off.
Well, because some of them are on drugs. Obviously, some of them are on drugs, but not all of them.
No.
And so, there's been a couple of people that look just normal, but you could tell they're homeless. Like, they're not showered, they're not, clean, whatever. And you could tell, and I've seen a couple of them, on a bicycle in front of Walmart. And when I come out of Walmart, I usually get cash back, because a lot of times we either take a cab or a Lyft or something like that. I always try to get cash back at Walmart when I go shopping. So, but usually they only give you 20s. So there was this one guy that came out, and you could tell he was in distress. He didn't look so filthy like usually the homeless people do over there. He looked, but you could tell something was not right. He was just sitting on the ground next to his bike, and not a bike. He had a big backpack with him. And he was just sitting there, and you could tell something was wrong. And I was waiting for the cab, and I said, "Are you okay?" And he started telling me his story. and he had just, I guess, he came over from Seattle, I think it was, to help his brother with his house, and then the brother kicked him out, and he had no money. He had nowhere to go. He didn't know what to do. He was lost, basically. He didn't know the area, and he had no battery left on his phone. And it was it was a weird phone. It wasn't like a regular cell phone. It was like one of those track phone things. And he didn't have a charger, and he needed to call his mom in Seattle to have her drive to pick him up. So I let him use my phone, and he called his mom, and he said, I stood out there with him, and then he asked to use my phone again to call. Same number, it wasn't like he was playing games. And I heard him talk to his mom and say, "Mom, please, you got to come pick me up. He kicked me out. I don't know what to do." So she eventually said, "Okay," but the tire on her car went as she was on her way. Okay, because she called back my phone, and I happened to still be there. So I guess she started driving, and her tire blew, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I just minded my business. I was waiting for the cab. We weren't talking nothing. Something in me, I just felt like I was reminded of my brother, honestly, because he sounded like my brother, and the situation I could see my brother being in, it just, so I had the $20, an extra 20, and I said, "You know what? I'm helping somebody today," So I gave him the $20, and he jumped right up, and he said, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And I seen him he went in Walmart, and I was still there. He said, "Can you watch my bag? I'm going to go in and get something to eat. I'm starving." He went in, he came out with a big sub sandwich and a couple of waters and, whatever, apple juice. I don't know whatever he got, snacks. But he went in and he bought food and drinks because he knew that he was going to be sitting there a while. Okay. But seeing how happy he was that a complete stranger, was helping him.
Yeah. Even
Even though I wasn't really in a position to, I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't like I would go and, do that on a regular basis, I give like dollars here and there, but I would never give somebody a $20 bill. But like I said, I just felt like part of my brother. I don't know. It was just that feeling, and I wanted to help somebody. So it made me feel better that I helped him. And he was so thrilled, to be able to eat and drink some. I mean, you'd be amazed, at how you can help somebody, and brighten their day, even just a little bit, just by sacrificing a little of what you have, even though, you're not a millionaire yourself,
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Right. Because that's what people do, you help each other. And especially when you know people, or, you have yourself been in positions where the feeling. The feeling, and it's terrible, and you just want to help someone. So that's what I did. And I try to do these things when I can for people. I'm a very giving person, and I just, that's my part of my love language. I love to give to people, but anyway, right, babe?
That's right.
Anyway, so I guess I'm going to go now, right? I hope you all enjoyed the tag questions. I am going to put all the tag questions in the description below, just in case anybody wants to do it. It was a fun little tag, just in case you want to do it. You don't have to do it necessarily on your channel. Like I said, if you want to read the questions and then answer in the comments below, that's fine with me too. I would love to read all the comments. This is getting more towards a 2-hour video, so I'm happy that I did it for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I know I enjoyed my time here with you today, and so did my co-host, Jason, over there.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, thank you, everybody. It truly means a lot to me, each and every one of you. Right, tomorrow. And Tommy's going to take a little nap. He's been taking a nap in his, what do we call this? Look at how short they are. I had to put knee highs. Carter's, make your pants longer.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Jason wants me to leave you now. He's had enough for the day.
Motto.
Madonna. Aspetta.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll see you all next time. Probably tomorrow. Maybe I'll take a break tomorrow because I've been doing, I don't know. It depends. It really all depends. It really depends. Because if my kids are busy like now, then I get bored. You know, at midday, like after like 1 o'clock, you know.
Watch that movie.
Yeah, let's watch that movie. What's it called? The Assessor?
I don't know. The
Something like that.
The Amateur.
The Amateur. The Assessor. The Amateur on. I almost said the Aggressor. On Hulu. It's on Hulu. It's called, what is it?
The Amateur.
The Amateur?
Was that it?
I don't know. It's this movie about like CIA, right? Where he's in the CIA, but he's like a
Yeah.
computer geek or something. And they show him his wife being killed like on the computer screen. And then he decides that he wants to go after the people, find them, the people that killed his wife, and kill them. But they basically all laugh at him because they say like he's weak and he wouldn't be able to kill a fly, basically. And he wants to go after these big time people. But he proves them wrong and figures it out and does what he's got to do. So yeah, we're gonna watch that. There's another movie too that I'm interested in. I don't think Jason will watch it because it's more of like a mind bending type movie. It's what was it called? I forgot the name of it, but it was another one with an A, I think. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, the Aggressor. I don't know, but it seemed interesting, and it's a new one on Hulu, so something with an A. I don't know. So I'm gonna go look for that movie as well. But first, hopefully we can watch this one, if I could ever shut up and leave. Okay, so Tommy says goodbye, Sandra says goodbye, Jason says goodbye. Ethan, you gonna say goodbye? Anyway, he has headphones on. Okay, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you next time on, what are we on? Little Meatballs Nursery. Little Meatballs Nursery. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.